welcome to Mad Cow Gaming.
Let's move!
What are we doing, Jimmy?
Well, we're doing another one of our little Let's Talk podcast kind of things where we're just talk about some issues that interest us. This time we're going to be talking about gaming as an adult versus when we were children. We do have some videos of some special guest stars. We're going to listen to what they have to say and then, throw in our 2 cents and what we think about it too.
Yeah, it's pretty much on the money. One thing I want to point out, now I don't know about him, but I'm not going to say that I'm fully on modern gaming side, but I would like to say I'm probably more on more on retro older stuff than I am modern gaming.
Okay, I was wondering what you were talking about because that didn't sound like you. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Okay, but yeah, you clarified.
Okay. So first up, we're going to go ahead and bring up the desktop capture.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and where to go? There it is.
Well, it would help if you started it on Obis too.
Yeah. I wanted to get that queued up first.
We're professionals, guys.
Yeah. Click on that.
Yep.
All right.
And full screen it. Double click.
Seems like there it is.
Okay, we're going to start with Von Gein from Nerdgasm Variety Show. Go ahead, and we're going to react to what he says.
What is up? This is Von Gein from the Nerdgasm Variety Show. And when you guys asked this question, my first thought was, as a kid, you had all the time in the world, but you had limited games. Now as an adult, I got all the games in the world, but I don't have time to play them. And it kind of sucks. I think that's the biggest issue is, as an adult, we can afford the things we want, but life gets to us, and we don't have a lot of time to do those things. So, that's why I started my YouTube channel, so I got to play some of the games that I really didn't have time and never thought to play. But yeah, I think the biggest issue is time. Definitely time. Wish somehow we could figure out a way to make more time to play video games.
Oh, sure.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right. Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you, Vaughn. We appreciate that. You go ahead and start with your thoughts first.
That is something that I definitely run into a lot as an adult, is you just don't have the time to play all the games that you want. Like, I have hundreds of free games that I got on Steam that are in my Steam library that I haven't even downloaded on my computer, let alone played it all.
Sure.
I have almost 1,000 video games that most of them I probably haven't touched.
Are you talking like physically?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, it's kind of the same thing with me. Now, normally when we do these little podcasty storytime videos, we'll have like a green screen, but I purposely wanted to show all of this for, I'm assuming, the same reason he showed his there. Like, look at all these fancy games and shit that we have, but no time to play them.
Yeah, and then, when we get big, we can take that as a tax write-off because, you're using it in your channel.
When... You mean once we finally hit 100 subscribers?
No, we'd have to get more than that.
But no, it's too, because as we get older, our tastes grow, and we want to experience different kinds of games that we wouldn't even think to try when we were kids. Mm-hmm. But like he said, no damn time. Because we got bills, we got responsibilities. I know you don't have children,
nope.
But I have a child, so you got that, you got to work.
Mm-hmm.
That's just...
Yeah, there goes 40 hours of your week there, you're working. Mm-hmm. And then, you got another 40 hours that you're sleeping, and that leaves you like 10 hours to do anything the rest of the week. I don't know how many hours there is in a week. I made up numbers there.
Yeah, I get your point.
But yeah.
Like, sometimes I come home on my days off, and I just sleep.
Yeah.
I don't mean to, but I'm so tired from everything I've done, like, with work and cause, like, on my days that I work, I don't just work.
Yeah.
I do other things, too, like, I don't know, going shopping, doing stuff around the house, dealing with a tantrum child.
Yep.
So, anything you'd like to add with this video before we move on?
Yeah, like, when I get home from work, I'm just exhausted, because I have, like, a physical, demanding job. I don't work that many hours, but I'm moving and lifting and walking around and doing all kinds of things for the time that I'm working, so I'm exhausted when I get home. So I just wind up coming home and going to sleep. If I don't set an alarm, I'll sleep for hours. And and there goes my day, because now, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I gotta now think about doing shopping, I gotta make dinner, I gotta do other stuff, and then I gotta go to sleep, because I gotta be up super early in the morning.
Sure. And sometimes it's not even about being tired, it's about mental energy too.
Yeah.
Like you can be mentally exhausted and all you want to do is just watch a movie or watch a show. You don't feel like and so much for that 70-hour RPG you want to play because you know it's going to take you 10 years to finish.
Right. Well, and then so I have 2 hours of time that I can play a video game. I throw a game into the PlayStation. There's like a 20 gigabyte update.
Yep.
Oh wait, and then your PlayStation has to update first. So that's another 5 gigabytes. That's gonna take another 10 minutes. Yeah, it's just the time.
It's exhausting.
Yep.
All right. Well, okay. Let's go ahead. Once again, thank you, Vaughn. Vaughn Game. We appreciate you joining up with us and doing this. Next, we're gonna move on to Jimmy.
Carey Williams. He's a name that you will recognize because we have dealt with him before many times.
4 videos.
Yep. So yeah, we'll go ahead and jump right into his video here. See what he has to say.
And at the end of the video, we're going to go into a little bit more detail about each of our collaborators.
Yeah. And we'll drop their socials, in the description down below so that you can check out their full content.
Okay. And go ahead.
Carey Williams from WarpZone. I'm just here to talk about.
He's a little loud. We did not see that one go through.
Holy.
Okay,
Carey.
A little bit.
We appreciate you, man, but woo!
Yeah, headphone warning there. All right, let's go on and restart here.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and hit the play.
Yep.
Carey Williams from WarpZone. I'm just here to talk about the differences of gaming as an adult versus when you're a child. When I was a kid, it was such a big deal for me. I got my Nintendo when I was 8 years old, and it was a surprise because we were buying ones for my uncle and took it home, and my parents got me one in addition to the one that they were purchasing for my uncle, and it was like a new world had opened for me. Mario Brothers and Contra and Mega Man and Metroid. It was just the greatest thing in the world, and I put so much of my free time into it. I'd play outside and play with Legos and lots of stuff, but gaming was just such a special, new, exciting thing, and it was like a magic to it. You'd never seen anything like it before. And every new video game that came out, there was some kind of new, strange magic to that new video game, and I didn't have the internet really to ruin anything. Everything was a surprise. You played The Legend of Zelda, and there was like these new secrets to unfold, and there was urban legends as to what you would find and where you would find it and what would happen if you did this. And then as an adult, you kind of lose your free time, and you have a job and you have children and you have other adult responsibilities. And I still have some fun gaming, but anymore for me, honestly, primarily it's to play with my kids. Yeah, my store takes up a big portion of my time. We have our show now, and our feature presentation takes up a big chunk of my time. And what free time I have left, I want to spend with my family, my wife and my children. So I tend to play more family-centric things, like something like Mario Kart or Mario Party or the new Donkey Kong with my 5-year-old. And it's not a bad thing. It's just, it's an evolution of your life. And I still enjoy gaming to a big degree. It's just different now, and it doesn't make it any less special. It's just different than it used to be. But you'll never have that same freedom as from when you were a kid. So make sure you enjoy it and game as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to run into the same topic that gets talked about a lot here with the time.
Free time.
Yep.
First, I want to say I respect a whole lot of what he said about sacrificing what he may want to do game-wise for his family.
Yeah.
That's the right answer, that's the smart answer, and that's a good man right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like we were saying, those responsibilities start cropping up. Like as we're filming this, I'm not married yet, but I am getting married in another week or so. So by the time we get this video uploaded, I may be married already. But that's gonna start taking up a lot of my time.
Sure.
I'm like right now we don't live together or anything, so we're not together 24/7. But once that happens, it's gonna change anything. All my free time is now moving to that. So. Yeah, it's time and family is going to be the common denominator here. But I like how he said that family doesn't stop him from gaming. It just changes what he does. Like he doesn't play 40-hour, 100-hour RPGs anymore. He plays Mario Kart with his kids or Mario Party with his family, that kind of stuff. So he still gets you can still enjoy gaming, just the games that you enjoy are a little different. How you play them and all that stuff is just a little different.
And I like how he is respectful in the way that when he said, well, I may not be able to play, what I want, yada yada, so I'm going to play Mario Kart or Mario Party, where he's not trying to say those games are bad games, they're just different, and he has to play, well, doesn't have to, he wants to play what's centered around how his life is structured. So I like that. You're not going to see, he's like saying you're not going to see him popping on Final Fantasy 15 and playing that, but...
Well, nobody's popping on Final Fantasy 15 and playing it.
I have literally never played 15 yet.
And it's not good. It's not good.
It can't be worse than 13. 13 was terrible. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
But I did like the thing that he brought up. When we were kids playing video games, we didn't have the internet.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't have Wikipedia telling us where to go. We didn't have Game Facts. That was like one of the first ones that came out was Game Facts.
Yep, Game Facts. I'm still using it.
The ANCII logos that people would make with like the different characters.
Oh yeah,
like the typed out things. Yeah,
I think you said it wrong, but I know.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, and they still do it. They still do them, but we didn't have those as kids. When we had the 1-900 Nintendo Power number.
Oh my God, those poor phone operators that had to deal with that crap.
I'm more worried about the parents that had to pay that bill.
Oh,
because by the way, it is a 1-900 number. Not a 1-800 number. Back in the day, that was the distinction. 1-800 numbers were usually free, but then 1-900 numbers, you were paying by the minute.
You were.
And it would just get out of hand so fast.
They didn't really go out of their way to make that known either, because they wanted to make all them sweet moolah.
And then you would get on there and you would, be doing what you're doing and then not realizing that it's already been 10 minutes. It's already been 20 minutes. I'm still on the phone with this guy who's telling me what to do. I don't care. I'm not paying the bill.
And something else I wanted to mention to his point when you brought up the fact that he said, "Oh, we didn't have internet, we didn't have this, we didn't have that." So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like the convenience of being able to look up something that you're stuck on forever isn't nice. But in retrospect, have you ever played Castlevania 2?
No.
Simon's Quest?
No.
The RPG quote of the group?
Uh-huh.
So, do you know how infamously cryptic that game is?
Yes, I have heard many different stories about it.
Do you remember the part with the tornado?
Yes.
So, how is anyone supposed to figure that shit out?
Right.
So there's pros and cons to each.
I think it was a little explained in the booklet.
Very poorly because the translation was bad.
Yes, yeah. There was some direction in the booklet, but
if you didn't have the booklet,
you rent it from GameStop or not GameStop, Blockbuster. You don't get the booklet. You just get the game.
And I don't recall if there was an NPC that said something about that. I know there was a fan ROM hack that was made later on down the line that fixed all of that. But my point is, back in the day when kids had to figure that shit out for themselves, we were smarter. We felt more accomplished. We felt smarter. We're not sitting here playing game after game after game after game after game after game. We're playing game. But we felt more satisfied because we put everything we had into those handful of games that we did have.
Well, and then there wasn't as big of a selection.
Well, no.
You're showing off a selection of multiple different systems.
Yes.
Like, when we were kids, you had one system.
Maybe
you had
two.
the Nintendo. Yeah, maybe you had two if you're rich. You had the Nintendo, you had an Atari, or you had a Sega, pretty much. Those were your options when
Game Boy.
No, I'm talking about, physical consoles.
Not handhelds. Okay.
Yeah. Consoles, yes. Because handhelds are a totally different animal. But handhelds were even more restrictive because there were even less games for them.
Well, I think you forgot about one. You didn't talk about all the kids that had a 3DO.
That was later.
I'm making a joke that system sold poorly.
Right. Oh yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
So you had one system, and that's what you had to buy the games for.
Yeah.
And then once you finish the game, hopefully there's another game out that you want to play.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have another option, well, then what am I going to do?
And I know another thing more akin to a con to modern gaming, and I'm victim to this too, and I'm sure you are. Because I have so much stuff, if I'm playing a game that frustrates me just a little bit, I'm going to be like, alright, I'm done. I'm turning this off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go play something else.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I couldn't do that when I was a kid. It was either tough luck, pal, play that game, figure it out, or don't play the game.
As I told my fiance multiple times recently, suck it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so,
not
else?
In the way you're thinking, though.
What's up?
Not in the way you're thinking. It just had to do with wedding stuff. She's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hang out with people. I don't have the mental energy for it. I'm like, you know what? This is once in a lifetime thing. Suck it up. Do it.
Well, you'll figure it out.
Yep.
I somehow made it work for over 15 years.
Yeah. I can't imagine how.
Well, fuck you.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add to Carey?
No. He's a good dude. I respect his opinion. Like I said, everything about the time.
Really mature take, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, thank you, Carey. We appreciate it. Yep. Next, a little caveat before we start this one. Would you like to explain the caveat?
So the first two videos were less than a minute, less than 2 minutes. This next video is almost 20 minutes.
Well, it's 17 minutes and 30-some seconds.
I said almost.
That's 3 minutes away.
I said almost.
So, what we're going to do with this one is the same thing, but we're going to...
Well, technically, it's 2 minutes and 28 seconds away.
Okay, Poindexter. We're going to do the stop and pause when we have something we want to say. So these wonderful folks here, they are Cheese and Bean Gaming. I met these, I guess you could say met these guys online about 4 months ago. These guys are wonderful. Okay, so strap in. This one's going to be longer.
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Cheese and Beans does random questions. It's not even our videos, so...
Gorgonzola.
Cheese. This one comes from, Pinto. Barotti.
That's who's got in touch. The types of beans are talking to us.
No, the types of beans aren't talking to us. That's good. We've got a question from, it comes from our very good friends at Mad Cow Gaming.
Yeah, Mad and Cow.
Yeah, Mad and Cow from Mad Cow Gaming on YouTube.
Who would be mad and who would be cow?
It's not on MySpace, I don't.
I'm definitely mad. Bebo? Pause. Do you know what Bebo is?
I have no idea what Bebo is.
So, did you see what they said before that?
They were talking about MySpace.
Bebo was another... I don't want to call it a failed social media platform, but it was a Facebook, before Facebook kind of deal, in the same vein as MySpace.
Okay.
Yeah, in case I was just curious if you know what that was. Go ahead.
Show it out.
Anyway, what did Mad and Cow want?
Mad Cow. I wanted to know our personal knowings of... Our personal knowings of gaming as a kid and gaming now as an adult.
It's a lot more expensive.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it was much cheaper for me back then.
Yeah, very true. And it is definitely a lot more expensive now.
So, I like how his first response was immediately to the cost.
Oh, yeah.
And to where that's mostly true, crazy shit like that did exist back then. Earthbound, for example. Do you remember when Earthbound came out?
Vaguely.
So, I'm gonna look. Do you remember anything that was super expensive back then, game-wise?
I thought everything was pretty much on par with each other. The only things that would be more expensive were like, I'm trying to think how I want to put this. Like, limited edition things, stuff like that. I don't think a whole lot was varying in price. Like, right now, you can find brand new games that are released for like $30, and you can find brand new games that are released for like $80.
So,
and that doesn't define their quality, for sure. But yeah, there is a gap now in prices.
Well, back then, there was definitely gaps too. Like, bigger name franchises definitely had higher price tags. Going to Earthbound. Earthbound was $90 in 1995.
Oh, really?
But it came with a big-ass box
That's right.
in the strategy guide.
It did come with other things. So yes, that is why it was more expensive. I do remember that it came with extra goodies.
But game prices were stable-ish, but there were definitely spots where they were all over the place on the same console.
Yeah.
But go ahead and continue.
But yeah, and then like he said, it's not my problem. I don't have to worry about it. It's not my money. Your parents were buying it for you.
Yeah, but what if you had poor parents?
Then you just weren't playing.
That's fair.
Because the only way that you're making money as a kid is not ways that you're supposed to be making money, pretty much. I mean, you can go out and cut grass for a little bit, but that's going to get you a little bit of money.
Maybe.
Because back then, like now, I'd hire somebody to cut my grass for $20. Back in the day, I would give them $5 to do the same thing. Because money was worth more. It felt worth more.
Okay, you ready to get back to the bid?
Yeah. Okay. Unless you have anything to add, no?
Nope, not yet.
First thought.
Yeah.
What do you sort of mean? Because there's like that question we can take it in several different directions, right?
It's however you see fit.
Because there's one, I suppose, is gaming's very different in the way that you do it. So think of co-op games and playing against each other, and today you can go online, do that on an Xbox, a PlayStation, PC, doesn't matter how you game, you can go online, play with anyone in the world, at any time, dead easy. Back in the day, it was split screen. Plugged it in and both had to be in the same room together and hanging out.
That's very, very back in the day. Showing your age there. Back in my day, I remember running the internet cable out the window to plug it into the internet box, and then plug it into the back of the Xbox, and then go online to potentially.
Oh my God, LAN play.
Yeah. Halo 3. Yeah, Xbox 360. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did that.
So, do you have something first?
No, go ahead. You can go first.
So, I don't know if he's saying that into a way to where he misses that or he likes how it is now, but I will say, back then when you could plop down with a bunch of friends and play 4-player Off-Road or 4-player Madden or whatever, the magic of being in the same room. Yes, it took a lot more effort in coordination and scheduling to get all your friends together. Oh, I'm sorry, Timmy can't come over today because he's sick. Brad can't come over today because he didn't do his homework. I get that. But the magic of being with your friends, chomping on some Doritos and drinking Mountain Dew while you play your favorite games together.
And then we had less responsibility, so it was more likely that we could all get together and do everything. I remember it's not really retro gaming, but the original Dota was just a hack on Warcraft 3.
Yes, it was.
A friend of mine found a legal, legit copy that he shared with everybody. And you can't use it to play online because you're using the same code.
Sure.
So we would all get into a room with, you got this guy over here on his computer, that guy over there on his computer, me here with my laptop, that dude with a laptop, and we would all be plugged into his router playing it. And that was just so much fun. I remember that. We would play that game for hours just together because, and then when you would play it online, because like you could still do it online, you just couldn't do it with everybody else there.
Yeah, because they were using the same copy.
Right. But when you would play it online, it's so much different because these people, that's all they do. That's all they do is just play Dota all day. They play Dota all day. So they know what they're doing. And we're like, no, we're just having fun. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, kill that guy, kill that guy. Oh, let's chase down that guy. And then it's all, I suppose, just AI. So, the AI is always stupid.
And see...
But, in that game, the AI wasn't that bad because, we would still lose every now and then because the AI would just be better than us.
I don't have much experience with it.
Yeah, it was a fun time. It was a fun time.
So, I don't know how your friend group operated when you would play games together. The first one that fell asleep usually got a penis drawn in their face.
Yeah, that would happen at sleepovers, yeah, for sure.
But, one of the best things is, when you're together, if one starts to fall asleep, but you don't want to fall asleep, your other friends can try to, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Are you trying to say something here?
What?
You trying to say something here?
No, I'm not, but that's funny, because... quick side deviation. Real quick, I promise. when one of the videos we did an interview with
I believe it was Carey.
no, Brian.
Okay.
It was Brian from
Yep,
Game Master
yep,
Realms.
yep.
He's a cool dude.
Yep.
Had a lot of fun. There was 2 points in which you subtly saw, and bless his heart, Brian never called it out on film, but he said something afterwards. Hey, I saw you nod. But anyway, back on topic. But your friends can help, stutter you awake. If you're sitting there playing online with your friends, all of a sudden you're playing and then you see your friend continuously running into a rock.
I used to do that a lot when I play WoW.
Yes, you did.
I would be a healer, and needless to say, there were a lot of wipes.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, heal.
Yeah. We used to play WoW a lot together. I'm sure that's why you brought that example up,
Well,
right?
I mean, just in general. 'Cause
In general, okay.
it was, even when I wasn't playing with you, when I was playing with other people. But I'm like, okay, I'm not being a healer no more. Can't do that.
And again, we can't discount the convenience of how quickly you can get into a role-playing game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not a role-playing game. A multiplayer game.
MMO.
But like some things like this, even when we're not recording, if you come over, it's just not as accessible to get into. Let's play this multiplayer because we have to have. Now I have multiple TVs, so that part's not a problem. But like he has to bring his PlayStation over.
We have to have multiple copies.
Yes.
Because good luck finding a multiplayer game that is still couch co-op. 90% of the time, there's multiplayer on it,
Online.
but it's online only.
All right. Well, I think we're ready to get back to
Alrighty.
it.
Yeah, I didn't have the. Yeah, you got the little. I think
you just had a bad setup.
You could get the little Wi-Fi router.
I remember the little Wi-Fi adapter on the
I
360s.
never had that. Just had to run
On the original ones. The little black ones had built-in Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Or you could buy it separately for the two.
And I do remember I got internet I paid for internet in my house for the first time for the Xbox. When the Xbox originally came out, it had like free Wi-Fi or free Xbox Live or whatever they were calling it back then. And but you had to have internet.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get internet. I mean, back then it was like $20 a month to get internet in your house. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'm working. I got nothing else to do. And I remember having to run the cable, like you were saying, out the window down into the downstairs to get to the router. But yeah, I had that same setup kind of thing.
We were basically junior MacGyvers.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
okay.
But yeah, so we used to play Mario Kart and James Bond and things like that together.
Yeah.
Split screen.
Yeah.
There were 3 of us. The screen got very small.
Yes.
You'd be sitting real close, all of you smushed up together, leaning forward, going, I can vaguely see what's going on.
This is one of these little TVs, not even the plasma ones. They're flat screen,
even
big.
this is that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one way of taking this question.
Alright, let me pose it a different way. What was like your first ever console that you could call your own, and your own little precious little doohickey?
My own one was the GameCube. It's the first. That's the one. Yeah, did that every time. It was great. I love that thing. It was a fantastic console. It came with Zelda collection, so it had like 4 full Zelda games and a demo for Wind Waker. Yeah, Wind Waker. And I always liked Zelda and I always wanted to play it properly because my older brother had a Nintendo 64.
This is just a quick note because I don't know if they're going to bring up the GameCube again. I just want to throw this in here. One thing I appreciate about older consoles, particularly Nintendo, is, like it or love it, they had charm. They may have been difficult. What?
Like it or hate it. You said like it or love it.
Oh, yeah. Love it or hate it, they had charm. Like, who else is going to make a lunchbox as a game console?
Well, and then the controllers. You got, okay, this is a little uncomfortable, but it works.
Yep.
Okay, this is a little more comfortable, and it works. And then, where did I grow a third hand?
Yep, the N64.
And then whatever the GameCube thing was.
GameCube was a huge step up from the 64.
Oh, for sure.
Even though that D-pad was made for baby hands, but
and it was the like first their first foray into the dual thumbsticks, because you had the C stick.
That I don't know if I would consider that a full thumbstick. That was just
right. It was their first, because there were some games that you would use that to look around.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, but yeah, that's all I had to say on that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, I never really had those when I was a kid. Like, I went from. So, what was the first console you remember having? Let's talk on this topic.
So, are you talking my own or family?
Well, I mean both. So, what was your first family console?
Should I say that louder?
Yeah.
Tiger handheld.
Oh, that's not a console.
For the first family console I remember getting was a Sega Genesis. I got it for Christmas, me and my brother.
Okay.
My own first console, and I'm going to count this, was the OG Game Boy.
Okay.
That I remember, at least.
So when I was a lot younger, I would go over to my aunt's house, and she had an Atari. So I would spend all the time playing that. Me and my sister would play it. But the first console that we had in my house, I believe, was a Nintendo.
Okay.
We had the original Nintendo. I remember playing all kinds of different games. The first game that I really got into was, I want to say it was Zelda 2. You know, the one that everybody hates, but it's the one that I love the most.
I don't hate it, it's misunderstood.
Yeah, and because it's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same.
Way different.
It's way different. But I mean, that was the first real Zelda game that I played. I guess that was the first Zelda game I played. And I beat it, and it was hard. And I beat it, and like you said, I felt accomplished doing it. I remember my mom used to play Dr. Mario all the time. She would get so mad at that game, she would start throwing the controllers around. I told her about that the other day. I was reminiscing. She'd go, "Oh, remember that?" I'm like, "Yeah, you definitely did. I do remember you throwing controllers around because you would get so mad at Dr. Mario."
Dr. Mario is the only game that my wife is capable of beating me at. The only game. Bless her heart.
But the first console that was mine alone, I'm going to say it was actually the Nintendo 64. I was thinking of something else, but I did get the Nintendo 64 for Christmas.
Okay.
It's not when it came out. It was when the Jungle Green one came out with Donkey Kong 64.
Wait, you talking about the translucent one?
Yeah.
You had that?
Yeah.
And got rid of it?
Yeah.
Wait, you did get rid of it?
Yeah.
Why?
I was moving on, because when I'm getting rid of it, I'm playing my Xbox. I'm not playing it no more. So I need money to buy Xbox games. So I sold it and a bunch of games on eBay. My neighbor sold them because she was doing a lot of stuff on eBay. I sold her for like $150 or something like that.
I bet current you was really mad.
I mean, sort of.
Okay.
I'm going to reach in my bag of tricks here.
Oh, you got something?
Oh yeah, I'm reaching in my bag of tricks. Because I have since been able to get another one. My lovely, wonderful fiance found this like super cheap online. I don't know how she got it.
Is that genuine?
I believe so. I mean, I don't...
When did you get this?
2 years ago or so. Please don't reach into the console slot like that.
I didn't.
That ain't a handle.
No, that's not why I did that. I was seeing if they're like sturdy. I wasn't reaching in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an original, genuine Jungle Green one. I mean, the Jungle Green one is valuable. It's not the valuable
right,
yeah, that's like the watermelon ones and the orange ones. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, my lovely fiance got that for me on eBay, like super, super cheap, she said. I can't remember how much she said, but it wasn't a whole lot. But yeah, that was the first console I remember having as a kid. I remember I had one of the little round PlayStation 1s.
Oh, the white one that has a screen.
Well, you could get a screen for it. It didn't come with it.
Is it the white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one you can attach the screen to.
I remember having that, and I remember having the screen and the little battery pack and everything. I remember going to summer camp one year. Yeah, because you had to plug it into the adapter. You couldn't just use it. I mean, but it did come with a battery. It did come with a little battery that you could use for like 5 minutes, and then the battery was dead. Yeah. But I remember playing Final Fantasy VII on a road trip down to summer camp one year. Everybody was like, "What are you playing?" "Oh, I want to play." "Oh, sorry, it's just a one-player game." The chaperones were not happy with me about that because I got this cool thing that nobody else can play, and I'm
It's
like,
yours,
right? That didn't make them less happy about it, or more happy, I should say. But yeah, and then and from there, Xbox, and then I'm trying to remember if I think I had the PlayStation first, and then I went to the Xbox. And then I never had an original 360. I never had an original PS2. I think the next major console I got was a PS3. Because it was that time where one of the presidents, this was years ago when the PlayStation 3 had just come out. I forget who it was, but somebody sent everybody like $500. So me and my mom, we pulled our $500 together. We got a TV, we got a surround sound system, and we were gonna get a Blu-ray player.
Stimulus.
Yeah, this was long ago. This was not.
Okay.
Yeah, like this was, like I said, when the PlayStation 3 originally came out.
Oh, okay. You had me confused there for a minute, but yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't like the most recent ones. This was a long time ago. The government sent everybody $500. Me and my mom pulled our money together. We got a TV, we got a surround sound system. We were gonna get a Blu-ray player that was like $300.
You didn't need to. The PlayStation.
No, we were gonna get a Blu-ray player that was
Oh.
$300. My mom's like, well, why don't we just get a PlayStation 3 that plays Blu-rays? It's $300, and you can play video games on it. I'm like, sign me up.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, and then we had like Best Buy come in and professionally set up everything, and then we found out a week or so later that what we bought actually qualified for a bundle, so we actually got money back from it. Yeah, but then my dog peed on that.
That's a story for another day.
Because it was a fat boy. It was an original PlayStation 3 that could play PlayStation 2 games. But I didn't have any, so it didn't matter. I mean, you got anything else to add here?
Nope, I think we're good.
Yeah, I mean, this little snippet has launched us into another long tirade here.
Yeah, we'll try to shorten those.
He had Ocarina of Time on that. Now, I used to watch him play it and everything, and he let me have my own file on there and let me play it as much as I could. Got to, I think, Forest Temple, and then couldn't remember how to do it, and thought I broke the temple and used the key in the wrong place, and therefore couldn't complete the game anymore. Made me restart. I never completed it on the Nintendo 64, so I was dead. I didn't get it on the GameCube, and I completed it for the first time on that, and that was great. Oh, sorry, that's just another thing that happened. The games used to also come with booklets that helped you learn how to do them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty certain I have it down here as a bullet point I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I remember the artwork and everything with the that came with the game, and those were, it was just so cool to and that's how you learn a lot of the story in some of these games, like the Zelda games. If you just played the game, you wouldn't know so much of the story because a lot of the story is in the booklet.
And that's part of the fun. It's like it was almost like a comic in some cases.
And some even actually came with comics.
Yeah, that is 100% correct. Like it feels like nowadays you are going to have examples where games come with those, but you rely on companies like oh my goodness, what are those games that do re-releases but physical of digital games?
I know Limited Run does.
Yeah,
some
Limited
stuff.
Run.
Okay. There are some others out there that I can't remember who they are though. But
I'm just grabbing a random game here off my shelf. Okay, that's not a good example. That's
that's because that's a collection. So usually, if something was a collection, it came with something to make it a little
pick
more
a random
desirable.
game.
I mean, I'll pick something that I know doesn't have anything. Sports games.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah,
but they still have the flaps and everything for them.
Well, that's because these are universal cases.
That's what they use for like their no. They do use those for Blu-rays, right?
No,
maybe modern Blu-rays.
No. Blu-rays are smaller than that.
Right behind you. I don't know if you can reach them.
Yeah. Blu-rays are skinnier than that. Because I thought about that once.
You got one?
Yeah. I had a PlayStation 4 game that I'm like, I'll just put it in a Blu-ray case, and no, they are drastically different.
They are the same size height-wise.
Yeah, they're skinnier.
But they're skinnier.
And then, like, This has this plastic around it that goes pretty much to the top and the bottom. This stops at the top, and so that it can put the Blu-ray disc logo up there and everything.
Oh shit! I don't think I've ever noticed that.
Oh yeah.
Larry Crown, by the way, great movie. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Everything he does is funny.
Blu-ray file.
I'm not reaching back there. We'll put it back later.
But yeah,
I was gonna say something else, and I forget what it was.
That
was the good thing about like the PlayStation 2 and DVDs. You just, I messed up my PlayStation 2 case. Let me grab one of these crappy DVD cases and just swap them out.
But here we complain about that now when GameStop does that to us.
Right.
But they use like the cheapest shit.
No, they would use DVD cases. The problem is you wouldn't get the artwork on the outside.
Let's see if I can stand up here. I got something about the show that's a point for modern gaming. So, this is Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. Disclosure, this is a reproduction case. But the point of bringing this out, it's still cheap-ass cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were kids, what did we do with this shit? Took it out, we took the game out, and then
ripped it and threw it away. Yep.
Yep. And here now, genuine cases of certain games go for a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Quickly retell your Silent Hill story.
I was digging around a bin in the local Goodwill, where they would just put everything in the bins. You would pick out what you wanted, and then they would weigh it. Well, I was digging through one time, and I pulled out this Silent Hill PlayStation 1 case.
Mm-hmm.
I got so happy. I was so excited, and then I opened it, and the game's not in there. And I just felt, I was like, oh, man.
But?
So I'm like digging around as fast as I can in this bin to see if I can find the game in there. I wasn't hopeful. I had to do it just to be sure. And then like, okay, we're changing out these bins. And I'm like, no. As I keep digging around. So, I had it and a bunch of other stuff. They weighed it and, went about my way. And I'm like, I put it on Facebook. I'm like, I never went from so happy to angry crying so fast. And I, put pictures of it being closed and then open being empty. Somebody on the comments was like, well, I don't know if I'd be angry crying with a $100 empty case. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess the empty case is worth a little bit.
Yeah.
So I wound up putting it on eBay, and I got well over $100 for an empty case. But it also had the receipt. Like, the receipt for the game was in there and everything, which just makes it so much better, because now you have the provenance. You know where this game was bought.
Yes.
You know that he bought it new, because it had the full price on it and everything. And that was just a little cool tidbit that was with it. But yeah, I sold that for a lot of money. I've sold plenty of empty cases. Yeah.
Yeah, what's crazy, now as collectors, now we think back to when we threw that shit away and we're like, oh no, I can't believe I did that.
Mm-hmm. You have your cardboard boxes. I go through another company that will give you like really nice hard plastic cases that you can put the game in and put the booklet in if you have it. Yeah, and then they would also give you reproduction outside artwork.
Yeah.
I use those, and they look really nice. They look really nice.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else to add at this point. If you wanna.
Yeah. How far into this video are we? We are.
Good question. You got
Yep. We are 4 minutes into 17 minutes. We have a long way to go.
Yes, we do. So we gotta give more stretches.
And cool posters, but yeah, also usually a walkthrough number on the back so you can phone up. I never used them, but
couldn't just Google it.
There's no just Googling it. It wasn't that simple. You had to ring up and some guy told you through it.
Yeah, no, I remember Ocarina of Time as well, and watching you as well playing it. And it was that one of like I would arguably say I only completed Ocarina of Time when I was a young adult. Just having a fizzy drink while we're recording it. Yeah. Okay.
I don't have much experience with Zelda.
Okay. Alright.
Let's go on. I remember, I think I was arguably a young adult when I completed Ocarina of Time, because when I was a kid, and you let me play, I couldn't get past Forest Temple. I got to being big and then just wanted to go back being small and could not get back small because I had to complete Forest Temple or something. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It was that, yeah, I just couldn't do it. And I was scared of all the zombies, and I did not like that game. And how the field skeletons grew out at night time.
That's true. This zombies were scary in that game. Like, there was, you know, but then that's also a difference between now and being a kid, isn't it? I'm not as easily scared.
Yeah. Well,
though,
you should look at her, don't look away.
I can play Lethal Company and things like that.
Yeah, you
don't
should
look away.
You should have a look at her, don't look away video if you're not scared, pal.
I'm not as easily scared. I definitely wouldn't have managed them as a kid.
No, at all. There's
a reason they come with an age rating.
Manhunt, another one.
So, yes, but yeah, the zombies were pretty scary in that game. I remember being pretty scared of them. You know, it was pretty creepy. They'd grab you from behind. You know, even when I played it when I was a bit older, because I played it again later in life, I still found the zombies a little bit creepy and ran through them much quicker because I was like, nah, I don't want to be here, because I remembered the feeling of it from being a kid, and I remember how much they creeped me out. So I was like, I don't want to do this. And then it was like, get Sun, there you go, boom, turn them into ice, sorted, move on. But GameCube was my first. It was a great console to have. Some fantastic games on it. I also loved Twilight Princess, another Zelda game. It was an excellent game to have on there. I borrowed it from a friend.
I remember after you got the GameCube, I remember wanting to get you a game for it, and I went to the shop and I got you a SSX Tricky.
Oh man,
the snowboarding game with that bloody Eddie Brock. No, it's not Eddie Brock. It's Eddie something.
Eddie Brock. That's Venom.
I just love shoving him over.
Yeah, and the ginger afro. And there was Simon the Psycho.
Yeah, Simon.
He was my favourite character.
Yeah, and mine was Toby. The guy from London. Yeah.
British fella.
What? My snowboarding game of choice was 1080 snowboarding.
Okay.
I still played a lot of SSX, particularly Tricky. And if I'm not... Do you have any experience with them?
Not really. They weren't my thing.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to be wrong, I am pretty certain the Nintendo edition of one of those games lets you snowboard as, like, some of the Mario people.
Okay.
Do you have any snowboard game experience?
No, not really. I probably played a little bit of SSX Tricky, but I just can't do the button combos and the spin the thumbstick this way, but not too much because then you're spinning it the other way. And yeah, I just could never get behind them. I couldn't do those. I couldn't do Tony Hawk games.
According to AI Overview, asterisk, it is SSX on tour for the GameCube that you can play as Mario and Luigi, and apparently Princess Peach. So I was kind of right.
Yeah.
Alright, we can go.
Yeah, that was a great game in all fairness. That, you know, we whiled away many an hour playing that game. We unlocked everybody. We completed characters up to master.
Yeah.
You know, fully committed to the games.
Yeah, absolutely. And they changed it. Next game we bought up, that was not as fun.
No. It was.
But then that's also funny, the difference, like you were sort of saying, because then back then we were playing. Like, very, very much, like, straight up fun games in a sense, you know? We were playing very much multiplayer and on consoles, not at all on the computer, you know? The only game I played on the computer was, like, Minesweeper and the, like, Solitaire and the pinball game.
The pinball, oh my
Windows
goodness.
96
Go ahead.
It was. And
Cannot forget about Jazzball. Don't underestimate Jazzball.
I don't remember Jazzball.
How dare you?
I remember the ski game.
Oh, where you're going down with those funky ass looking trees that look like it was drawn in MS Paint.
Oh, because it probably was.
And then
the Yeti,
would come out and eat you.
Yep, I remember that game. I remember playing Minesweeper on my computer.
I played so much Solitaire, and I don't really like card games.
Yeah.
Traditional card games.
Yeah, I played a lot of Solitaire. And then I had a lot of computer games, though.
And then whatever the hell Klondike was, I could never figure that out.
I played a lot of computer. I had a lot of different computer games. I had Star Wars X-Wing that I really liked because you can do all the different missions with all the different ships. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Minesweeper, I did play a lot of that too.
I'm trying to remember.
Wasn't any good though.
My favorite PC game, I don't think it's ever got a port anywhere else, is called Nox.
I don't know of it off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's a little kind of like Baldur's Gate kind of game where it's like the top down and action.
Like Icewind Dale kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that. I remember playing through that as a kid, on my own because no internet to tell me what to do. Figuring that game out, it was a lot of fun. And then I went to go look at my disc a couple years ago or so, and there was a big old crack in it. I'm like, oh man. Well, I mean, I can't play it anyway.
Well, nowadays that's what sites like Good Old Games is for, or GOG. All right, okay.
The only game I played on the computer was like Minesweeper and the like Solitaire and the pinball game that came on Windows 96 or whatever it was.
Oh.
98. And it was that was it. But we were just on consoles. Like my first console was then the Sega Mega Drive, which was an excellent console.
European Genesis.
Sonic games. I think I ended up with Sonic 1, 2, and 3. But the star of the show was arguably Bubsby, the weird flying cat.
Excuse me, sir! Excuse me, sir! Did you say Bubsy? We are no longer internet friends. No, I'm just kidding. Terrible ass series. That's all I had to say. Go ahead.
I think it was a cat.
A bobcat.
PlayStation 2, yeah, the PlayStation 2, which we then had that amazing Mortal Kombat game.
Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Yeah, where you
played
through
the story.
Yeah, that's an Xbox I ended up going on to was the Xbox 360, and I ended up having that for many years until I became an adult. Basically, I still had it.
Still got it?
Yeah, it's still somewhere.
In a box.
Yeah, it red ringed like many a time, but I just turned it off and then turned it back on. It worked fine.
You bought me one.
Good job, Microsoft.
So we could play online after you went to. So as we both became adults, Finadacta went off to university and all that. And
Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola went off to university, and so I ended up getting him an Xbox. And we could play online and all that. And that was when we started first playing online together, I suppose. And
time ago.
Yeah,
but it was harder to do as time went on. Like when I was away at uni, we didn't play online very often. It was once in a blue moon, but did a couple of times. It's then drifted away from it. I drifted away from the game. Yeah.
Just a quick note. So I'm surprised it took them this long in the video to mention the time aspect of it. They didn't mention it before, did they?
I don't think so. Not really. And then this was only like, I'm in college. I don't have time now.
Yeah, this is you're a fledgling adult.
Yeah.
You're not a full-fledged... Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
You're not a fledgling.
You knew what I meant. Go ahead.
As you can probably tell from my play, if you've watched any of our videos, you'll know...
Oh, my friend.
My ability is...
We have you beat there.
I like to think I'm very good at the game, but I'm aware...
I don't know. I don't think I would have lasted this long in this game.
Yeah. I tell everybody that every week.
I hate you.
I love you too. Yeah, I suppose that was the weirdest thing, right? Because as a kid, then you could just, if you wanted to play, you just went and played, Played whatever games you like, and you played for however long you like, really, and it wasn't until you sort of became 18 to 20 that you were then like, I've got actual life to get on with, and I've now got a job, and I've got bills to pay, and rent's due in 2 weeks, and then you end up, and then you're just busy, and you just keep on going until it was only really sort of the last 6 years, I suppose, that we 4 years even. That we really started getting back into gaming. Like, we bought ourselves some decent laptops. And, like, we tried to play it on...
Yeah.
Because I ended up with, I've got a very old laptop and we tried to play games on that, like The Long Dark and Minecraft and all that, but at that point, Microsoft bought Mojang, and my Minecraft never worked anymore on that laptop. But then it was ultimately, that was the new goal. It was, I bought new laptops, and then we could play Minecraft.
I think that was more of a
Corey
Java
bought
thing.
himself a new laptop as well. Tripped me up there. And
Doing better next time.
yeah. And then we just started playing at that point, and we started playing more and more games, and then we ended up finding Elden Ring.
Yeah, that's a nonsense game. It's
Which,
brilliant.
Yeah, because we were playing like 3 games a week, sort of recording them all and all that, and then Elden Ring showed up and it took over for 7 months of our lives.
Yeah, I did when I was in uni. Sorry, go.
So, you remember me telling you Elden Ring has become a thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're up to 41 episodes as of this recording. Which is impressive as fuck when you considered we lasted, 2 days attempting Dark Souls 3?
Well, the problem with Dark Souls was the trying to do it online opened you up to people invading you.
Yes, and sometimes people are cool. Sometimes they're high-level dicks who don't care about your feelings.
Yep. That was more times than not.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's what made us quit. Playing, because we are not professional gamers, which is what they alluded to about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Playing by ourselves on Dark Souls 3, it was tough. We couldn't do it. But when we teamed up, it became a lot more manageable.
Yeah.
We'd have a little bit of fun. Oh, then all of a sudden, someone joined your game.
Yep.
And then sometimes they would troll you. They would sit there and just stare at you. They'd let you walk a little. They'd stare at you. And then, bam! You're dead. And that's what made us quit.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that system is the same here.
I don't think it works the same way in Elden Ring.
But one thing I respect about what Dark Souls was doing, I don't care who gets upset at this, difficulty settings do not need to be in every single game.
Mm-hmm.
Because you handicap the gaming experience by doing that. Just like there's edutainment games. Like if you and I went back and we played Mario Teaches Typing on the old PC game,
Mm-hmm.
we are going to ace that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's made for children. So why can't the reverse be true? No, just a little tangent. Okay, I'm good to go back if you...
I was watching a video where somebody was... They were doing like real life Dark Souls kind of thing, where like they're in the game and acting it out.
Yeah.
And this one character would keep getting invaded, and they would always say, "Get good, scrub." That's a big thing with Dark Souls is get good.
Yeah.
But finally, they start having this conversation, him and this other guy, and he's like, "It's not just an insult. It is how you have to play this game. You're not good at it. You have to get good at it.
Yeah.
You have to keep trying, learning the patterns, trying different methods, just not giving up."
Yeah.
Which, like you were saying, I have so many options that, this is a little bit hard. I'm not playing this no more. Go play something else.
Yeah.
But that I think was the big draw for Dark Souls,
Sure.
is that it was so difficult that you had to get good at it.
They advertise it for hardcore, and that's
Right.
perfectly fine. But, okay.
Back in time again a bit, but I did for a period get into playing video games with one of my housemates, and on Tuesdays we'd order Domino's pizzas because they were 2 for Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we'd get Domino's pizzas, we'd get beers in, and we'd sit and play usually zombies.
Like Call of Duty? Oh.
Zombies.
Okay.
And he would keep me alive as much as he possibly could. Yeah, we also we played Age of Empires a lot together. He battered me every single time.
I suppose weirdly, ultimately, I ended up playing video games again to sort of weirdly feel that sense of freedom again that you had as a kid, just playing video games, and because that's ultimately why I do. Like I enjoy
why we do it.
Yeah, I enjoy it, and it's a nice escape from all the responsibilities you do have as an adult.
Yeah.
To then just play video games and get away from that and hang out with your friends and just have a laugh, and enjoy yourselves, and yeah.
Just quick side note. In some respects, what he just said, reliving your childhood moments when you do get to sit down as an adult to play video games, in some respects, that's more special and meaningful than when you were a kid, because you're like, oh man, I remember the days. Time to go to work.
Yep,
that's all. That's all.
And hours just fade on by, you like, yeah, you could be watching a movie or going out, getting drunk or whatever, but why not just play video games,
Yeah, go on some adventures.
Yeah.
It is very much, I like what you said there about, like, feeling back as a child.
Yeah.
And reconnecting with that childhood freedom, because in a video game you are basically completely free, unless you're playing a permadeath thing. Like, it's very no consequence. That's why I love Elden Ring so much, because it is no consequence.
Yeah.
Like,
Just keep
yeah,
on
you
running.
lose your rooms, you can just go back and get them all again and kill everyone you killed. Like, it's something you can go and do. It's fine.
Yeah, you just run back in there and keep on going and going and going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you keep trying. And, it feels like there's consequence a lot of the time. And I remember playing The Long Dark, and the first time I died, I walked off a cliff, and my stomach dropped when I walked off that cliff. It was like, full on. Oh no, because I felt like I was going to die, but obviously I didn't die. He died.
Well, that's also one of the good parts about video games. You get sort of fully immersed in it, rather than sort of like watching a movie or whatever. You're just sort of watching a movie, But playing a video game, because you're the character ultimately, then you end up getting fully immersed, and then those moments that happens. Like, I remember the first death I had in The Long Dark was stepping on electric cables and getting electrocuted myself to death. Which I never even knew was a thing in the game. I was like, wait, no, what? And I tried to quickly close it to then restart it to then get back to it, but it was too late. You was like, yeah, okay, but
Yeah, you played it into The Long Dark.
yeah, you just play it again, yeah. But yeah, you get that sense of freedom that you haven't had since you were a kid,
Because you go on any adventure, like
Yeah.
a game for basically anything these days.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
We went on many adventures
Absolutely.
in Sea of Thieves.
Absolutely.
Mostly just trying to cause havoc and get in fights and losing
Yeah.
horribly. Yeah, the biggest difference.
So, I don't know why this made me think of this, but when he said causing havoc and many, many fights, blah, 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 do you remember when we were playing WoW and I would have every now and again rope you into taking our high-level characters back to the starting towns?
I hated that so much.
But you signed up on a PvP server. It's just part.
Let's caveat there. I didn't sign up on a PvP server.
You signed up because that's where I was.
That's where you are. I was always on the PvE servers. I never liked PvP. I did it a few times back.
More than a few.
No, without you, I did it a few times.
Okay.
And not just going into the starting areas and just killing people. I actually remember when you would actually do town raids.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You would try to either get into capital towns. The big one was the two towns in. It's not the Hinterlands. It's right next to it. You got the one Horde town up here and the Alliance town down here. And, your Horde town would just be like, okay, we're going to go raid that town. And everybody's like, yeah, let's go. And we'd, crash the server because there'd just be so many people in this one little town.
That's different than two guys being a dick.
Right.
But it was still fun.
I remember doing something similar in a game called Star Wars Galaxies.
Okay.
I knew a lot of people. I met a lot of people playing that game. I got real close to a lot of different people playing that game. But I remember we would do planet raids. You would get all buffed up and you would just start running and just go after the enemies, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of PvP, mostly because I'm not good at it. Another thing is I don't like being a dick in video games like that.
They're just pixels.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because in
PvP,
PvP, they're not just pixels. In PvP, they're not just pixels. There is a person behind that. And I don't like ruining somebody else's day, because we'll take Arc Raiders, for example. Brand new game that just came out.
Never played it, but I know of it.
My problem with it is it's a full price game where my enjoyment of the game is dependent on somebody else not being an asshole.
Oh, yeah. Because they can either help you or stab you in the back.
Correct.
There's a story that happened recently about that game, but we'll talk about that off screen.
Okay.
But
yeah, because I was just watching somebody play it the other day. Me and my fiance were just sitting in the basement watching streamers play it.
Okay.
And he's trying to get resources. He dies not by another player, but by, the little robot things that fly around. And then he's like, well, that's it. I'm not doing this no more. I'm just going to go out and kill people. And I'm like, yeah. And see, that's why I will never play that game. Because my enjoyment cannot be based upon somebody else's feelings or somebody else being angry and being a dick.
that's just not your style of game.
Yeah.
All right. I don't have anything else.
That's also why I don't play like Fortnite and any of those other ones.
Just time to do it. We only really play at the weekends nowadays.
Yeah.
As a kid, I would have played as much as we possibly could. But,
Yeah.
but then also we played outside,
Yeah, exactly. That was the one we
All that stuff.
grad school and all that as well, which is like work, I guess, and all that. But
But worse,
But worse, yeah.
because they don't pay you.
Yeah. You still have to be there 5 days a week.
It's not fair, really, is it?
We're getting off topic.
Yeah, we're getting political now. Sorry.
Anyway, that was Gorgonzola and Berlotti.
Who's Gorgonzola? I'm fat.
Oh yeah, sorry, Feta and Manchego. Wait, no, that's a cheese as well. We hope that was all you're after. We just rambled for 23 minutes.
I'm glad they cut it down.
But, well, hopefully
Good luck.
it'll be all right. Good luck and peace.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like the little ending there.
What the fuck?
That was great.
Thank you, guys. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. So, once again, we appreciate you guys, especially everybody.
Yeah, all three of our videos. We appreciate you. Just taking time out. Taking time.
Right.
Your little bit of precious time that everybody
have.
mentioned, and just doing these little short videos for us. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. Go check out these guys. We have links to their bios down in the description. Just check them out.
So, let's give brief descriptors about each of them.
Okay.
Von Gein, if you like quirky old school games, him playing with his friends, he does a lot of card game opening stuff. I've seen a lot of Pokemon. I saw that he recently did something with Magic. No, that's your thing. No.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
I didn't watch it, but he just recently posted it. So if you like quirky games and card games, that's something you can look forward to with him. Go ahead and describe Carey.
Carey is he's a shop owner in our area. So if you live in
Kinda.
well, I mean it's the Pittsburgh area. If you live in the area, check him out at WarpZone. I completely forgot the name of the store there for a second. I mean, it is a bit of a drive for us, but we've gone there a couple times and always had a good experience talking with him and everything else. He does have a regular show that he puts on with a friend of his called An Hour Feature Presentation. He mentioned it, where they talk about old movies that they remember watching as kids and when they were younger. And they've done some really great movies. They've done Batteries Not Included, which was a good movie. I saw that they recently did Stargate. I haven't had a chance to watch that one. I do want to check that out because that was one of my favorite movies when I was younger. They just done so many different movies, and they talk about them, and it's just a good show that they put on.
And the production value.
Oh yeah,
is great.
Oh yeah.
And they get press kits sometimes too.
Yeah, they get lots of goodies from the movies.
And then Cheese and Bean Gaming, as you saw from that video, they're quirky and goofy like us, just with a lot less swearing.
Yeah.
They, as you can see, they're synonymous with Elden Ring. They like long play format games. So if you like us, you will like them.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
They just swear a lot less than we do. But yeah, all links and whatever for all their stuff will be in the description. So, well, alright everyone, we appreciate you for joining us up here on part 1 of this journey, we shall say. Obviously, there's going to be a part 2.
Where we're going to go through some bullet points that he has and some other thoughts that we have that, that our videos didn't bring up, but that we want to bring up and just talk about a little bit.
And we have some fun things to show, too.
Yep.
So, like I said, even though there's going to be a part 2, we're going to still say it here right now. Please go check out the folks that collaborated with us. We got Von Gein from over at Nerdgasm Variety Show, and
you got Carey Williams with the owner of WarpZone gaming store over in Greensburg, and with his show An Hour Feature Presentation.
Yep, and then of course our friends over at Cheese and Bean Gaming. All available links and stuff will be in the description. Make sure you check them out.
For sure.
Well, that said, bye for now. We'll see you back on part 2 when it's up. Thank you, everyone, for watching the video.
And if you haven't already, please be sure to hit the subscribe button.
Also, don't forget to turn on all notifications so you never miss an upload.
Have a great day and keep on gaming.